Soul Garden.
Having trouble in your love life? I have the answers. It's called Secrets of Birthdays, the Love and Lust Report. The biggest problem usually is people choose the wrong person. Not anymore. Find out your birthday secrets, available online at secretsofbirthdays.com. Namaste, and welcome to Soul Horoscopes Orbits Edition. From my webcam to yours, I'm Christopher Rayman Witecki, your astrologer and soul biographer, here to help you put the pieces of your karmic story together. And this week in your story, the sun is in Leo. That means your heart chakra is on fire, but the moon is a bumpy road. Let's take a look at the planets. The sun moves into chapter 2 of Sun in Leo this week. That means you'll be focusing on proficiency of love and loving others. This is your source energy or inner child, the I love consciousness. That's going to be groovy. It's the moon that's the bumpy road. It starts in Gemini and then goes through and over Jupiter and Black Lilith. Then on Tuesday we have an electric, powerful new moon, and the moon will end in Virgo. These are the signs most affected, but over the new moon, Leo and Aquarius are the two signs that will probably be drawn in, may even have to fall asleep. It's kind of a sleepy time, I find, a new moon. Now looking at orbits, man, there are 3 chakras that are most affected this week by the planets. The 3rd chakra by Jupiter and will be till 2014. But this week, the sun in Leo brings awareness to the heart chakra, and the moon literally tours from the 2nd to the 3rd, and by the end of the week, we'll be heading for the throat chakra. So for those of people who are holding secrets, you'll literally feel that secret kind of coming up as the moon moves through these chakras and through to the next side. Looking at the planets, we still have that grand trine in water going on for the 3 planets of Saturn, Neptune, and the party in Black Lilith and Jupiter at the bottom. We do have that square that's been going on forever between Uranus, and Pluto. That's going to continue, of course. And we have a square between that party going on in Cancer and Uranus. Now, Uranus is working on innovating our personal character and strength. So I'd imagine that Pluto and the party in Cancer is forcing that innovation. And lucky us, that whole party in Cancer is opposing Pluto retrograde, which means we're working on rewriting rules or laws or inner kind of obligations to accommodate that emotional growth that we're doing on that side. And we'll, of course, talk about that more in your horoscope. So let's get into the details of this beautiful array and take the ascension elevator up for a bird's eye view of you.
Folks, this is your captain speaking. We realize you have a choice in the astrologers you choose to fly with, and we'd just like to thank you for flying with Christopher Witecki.
Hello, Your Royal Majesty and Leo Risings, and welcome to 33,000 feet for a bird's eye view of you. And let me say happy birthday to the Leos. All my Leo friends have been celebrating or planning a full month celebration, as Leos are the biggest inner child on earth, and I'm a Leo rising, so I'm right there with you. As far as I'm concerned, my birthday is in May, and I just go ahead and go all the way through the summer with my birthday celebration. That's how I rock it. Well, as we start the horoscope, we're in chapter 2 of Sun in Leo. You are working on ego, actions, and identity. And the first 10 days was a lot of eating crow. Leo's cutting away ego issues where ego is in the way of your ability to move forward. Ego, remember, is the dumbest part of us. It's the dumbass that works for us. It's just the little doggy that guards the door. And this week, you're going to train your doggy to do new actions, train it new tricks. You're going to teach those old dogs new tricks, so to speak. And this really comes down to how you react. Mastery is really about the reaction, not so much initiation. Initiation is a very junior thing. So be looking on your performance, your reactions, and also looking fabulous. If you haven't been to the salon yet for a main makeover, this is the week to do it. Now the sun moves from step 11 to step 18. That goes from healing the ego and licking the pride issues on Sunday to taking action on the new fabulous you the following Sunday. But still back working on inner faith, Mercury, so your thoughts are still way in the subconscious, a little cloudy. Mars is definitely triggering you in the subconscious as well. Be careful about drinking too much or doing anything with violence or too much physicality, because Mars in the subconscious can set you up for an accident. And Jupiter says when it comes to inner faith, you're going to decide and go for it this week. That's inner faith development. So it's invisible, but boy, does it feel good when it's in place, right? Now Saturn in Scorpio says we are moving ahead with self-nurturing. So continue moving ahead with the new emotional pampering. All right, you may be moving ahead with a literal home or a family or foundation, or moving away from a bad living situation. whatever the case is, really your thoughts are the most critical. Your thoughts, being intuitive about where the boundary is, and that interfaith work. Those three together is the grand trine of water that I talked about in the opening. And when it comes to lifestyle, there's no new blows for you. Pluto is retrograde. Thank goddess. Hit me with my house of health. You are learning how to improve your lifestyle between now and September 21st, and then you'll be tested again. So I have until September 21st. I'm talking to myself here. All right, so looking at last week real quickly. Last week was an interesting week. It was a very psychic week. There was a lot of psychic activity going on for Leos and Leo risings. You were downloading interfaith issues, and you were deciding where interfaith might trigger ego reactions or lack of action. And by Thursday, you're having to make some decisions about where the little doggy needs to act, bark, or not pee on its leg. All right, so that was a decision. Then hopefully you acted on that, maybe made a move, a birthday move, maybe went out for your birthday on Friday, and Saturday was a nice and chill kind of week. Now, moving to this week, our week's end. Moving to this week, I can't talk, I think Mercury's retrograde. On Sunday, it is synergy energy, so you will be healing your ego, healing your pride, healing your reputation, whatever that means. And if you haven't had anything to stumble upon or fall over, no problem. This is probably the salon day on Sunday where you go and get that mane makeover you get every year for your birthday. I know I do. See my latest mane? It's back to the Clark Kent cut of view. So this week, Sunday starts off really nice. The moon is in Gemini, but moves into Cancer. So really, Monday gets really cloudy, very introverted. Sunday night is very introverted too. The moon is literally crossing over all those interfaith decisions, and so you might have to relive some of that Sunday night and Monday through the day. However, by Tuesday, it is time for a decision, and it is breakthrough day, Uranus ruled day. It's also light cast day, the day where you're going to cast your light or your intentions of what you want to be for the next year. And when it's your birthday, this is really about ego and willpower, things like the best and the fastest and the first, all those superlatives, all right? Those count. Your little doggy needs to feel gratified. That's really what's wrong, I think, with a lot of light work these days, is light workers try to kiss their ego goodbye, and the ego needs gratification too, even though it's the dumbest part of us. So you are going to be light casting a new persona, but really what that comes down to is the actions that you take and when you don't take actions. And you might be literally weighing some big action in all of this. Notice Jupiter, though. Jupiter says that at the same time in the background, you are making a decision about interfaith. So your ego and interfaith are working together. And when it comes to interfaith, you're acting on that by Tuesday night, Wednesday. So there's some sort of gamble I think Leos are taking with their life and Leo risings. And I'll see what that is. Now I'm making myself afraid on camera. Don't forget, spiritual miracles are possible with Neptune retrograde the entire week. So if you lay down and pray, or get down on your knees and pray, or just stand up and pray. I don't think you can stand up probably in the bathroom and pray. I know I've done that. But you want to basically stay logged in. It's not going to be where a bottle hits you over the head. You're going to have to ask God, universe, where are we? This is what separates the light workers from the ego onlys, is that Neptune retrogrades, and so the people who regularly tune in get the message, people who don't. All right, so log into that, and that's really for where boundaries are drawn with Neptune and Pisces. So it's interfaith boundaries, and then at the end of the day, this is helping your ego pinpoint where it wants to go. On Wednesday, it's a breakthrough day, so if you're having ego issues, you'll get to the answer of it on Wednesday. The moon will shift into Virgo, and emotions will shift to soul capital and issues of money. All right. On Thursday, things will bring to peace again. So Thursday is a peaceful day. Venus rules the day, restores peace and tranquility to the earth. And on Friday, you're probably going for something, going for another ego treasure, going for another something. Mars rules the day. It's going to amp you up. You're going to be feeling the strength of the inner faith, I do believe. Jupiter is at 9 degrees, so you're wanting to act on inner faith, not fall down. A little bit of a fight or flight possibility with that Jupiter at 9, by the way, at the end of the week. So don't fall into that fight or flight. Just move forward, take swift action. But Friday, you're taking a bit of an ego gamble. And on Saturday, you probably aren't going to have some sort of news that you're looking for. So if you're waiting for news, it doesn't look like it's going to come at the end of this week, Your Majesty, because what you're doing is holding space and committing to something your ego wants regardless of evidence. So I would say if your heart wants something on Saturday, hold this space, decide, and commit. Dig your willpower in. The universe is in your favor. It is your birthday after all. Let's take a sneak peek at next week. Now on Sunday, we're going to act right away, and look at this. Jupiter goes to 10 degrees, so it is a manifestation of that faith. That faith either manifests or it doesn't, spiritual miracles through the week, and by Thursday, quantum breakthrough. That's what the purple and blue lightning means, quantum breakthrough. It's my little symbol, and that means that something big is going to happen everywhere on Earth. But for Leo, since it's their birthday, I think it's going to suit you in a good way. Now, before you go, I do want to invite you personally to my little show. It's called Practical Wizardry. It's my guided hangouts. I tape it on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. That's 6 p.m. Eastern. You can come on camera. We work on stepping into our magic. And with Leos, your magic is who you are. You are magic. You are the center. You know. And I don't have to sit there and flatter you. But come on and shine bright. I could use some Leos in my studio audience, making everyone look good. And if you want some help with that interfaith issue, it's not new. You're going to be working on interfaith for an entire year. This video gives you till now in December. I also have the MP3. It's also available for iPhone, so download it if you don't have it. This is a must-see many times in the next 6 months. Excuse me. One more thing I want to invite you to is Serious Joy, the opportunity to get a $99 reading with me, 1 hour with me on Skype. And believe it or not, I have readings available and openings available as soon as next week. I also have new software that allows you to book it immediately. So there's no waiting, no back and forth. You know when you get it, and I can book as soon as up to 36 hours. So it's really groovy. Come on down. All these things available, Your Majesty, are at soulmart.me. Buy yourself a birthday present or tell your friends this is one of the places you want them to shop. I'm sure you put out the list on Twitter days ago. All right, that's all I have for this 7 days. I'll see you in 7 more. Until then, live, love, be.